Almost there. Almost there. Alright, so let's get this thing on the road. Anyways, basically I'm going to be showing you sort of how I do archaeology at least, and I guess I'm going to be running into a bunch of people here as well. So there's different colors to the markers. That one's yellow. Different colors will have different distances that they'll sort of want you to go. Yellow is generally like intermediate, flashing green is generally short distance. Yeah. Don't have anyone ever tell you that archaeology isn't dangerous, because it is. Anyways, looks like I just sort of jumped in the middle of a scripted event. It's also fairly good if you get close to 525 archaeology. You do want to.
I can't do that right now.
Anyways, it's always a good idea to make sure that you probably have a couple levels on you when you get to 525. So it opens up all the dangerous content like out here in Twilight Highlands. Anyways, that was a red marker. Red markers aren't entirely accurate. The last one pointed all the way over here, now this one's pointing all the way down there. They'll always point you in a 180 degree rough area that they'll kind of show you. Anyways, it's a yellow, so it's not too far. It's going to be up there by those orcs. Just a little bit further.
I can't cast that.
They're never 100% because you can sometimes land into the middle of it. And green sometimes can be as long as as long as a short orange, short yellow.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Yep. There's another yellow. So I'd probably assume that distance about right. Overshot it just a little bit. Yellow ones are a lot more accurate, but sometimes they can still be a little off on the actual angle. And green are usually like 95% right. I've seen them a couple times where they'll point in one direction, which will have just been off by just an angle a little bit there. Anyways, that was that dig site. It's also important to note that there's always only 3 archaeological digs per site. My skill's at 525 though, so I can get anywhere from 3 to 6 fragments per dig. I got 4 there for each one, but you can get more. You can get up to 6, unless you're a dwarf, where I've heard you can get 7, but I can only get 6. I've gotten 666 before though. Anyways, we're off to the next dig site here. Okay. Now that I've shown sort of an individual site there, the world's usually broken into, the Eastern Kingdoms here is actually where I've had most of my experience. So you'll have different races for different dig sites or whatever. They'll always show up as these little shovels on the minimap. So I'm heading there right now. It's a troll site right here. For the large part though, the north and the south will have the most troll parts. And anywhere else through the middle will have a lot of dwarf. Cosmodon's right. Wetlands. Oh, sounds like I'm there. Alright, so I've kind of fast forwarded a bit here, but doing another troll site here. There's a green light. I just overshot it here. So it's going to probably be in the middle here. Oh, I just overshot it again. There's generally a very wide area though that'll be kind of forgiving when you sort of do a dig site. So I had one about there, one about there. So I should be right on top of it. Let's see what we get. Well, close enough. All right, I'm gonna get to the third one here. Another orange light. Willing to bet it's about here. Or betting Worgen. Oh, look at that. Look at that. One shot On a yellow. Yep, totally called it. There is actually, though, a slight difference, though, on when there's a yellow flag. There's a little bit of leeway on both sides, or on all three sides of the colors. Red will generally be something like what I would probably assume to be like 50 to, I don't know, 300 yards, whatever the distance for the max one is. Yellow would be, I don't know, I'd probably wager something like 50 to 20 yards. And then on the same part, you got like 20 or 10 yards on a green. So green can be pretty far, and yellow can still kind of be far, but for the most part, you can kind of wing it, guessing on how far they are. You'll never be 100% though, because when you jump on and you see yellow, you don't know if it's how far it is in the distance actually. Alright, so far I think we've done a dwarf and a troll site. This one's going to be a fossil site because I've done these to death. So that was a yellow one, just across the river there. It's probably... It'll never be in weird places like at the bottom of the river, so you'll never have to like look through under there, or it'll be like clipped into anything like that. So it's probably pretty safe to assume that it'll be in this kind of an area. Close enough. So yeah, that's where the yellow one was kind of pointing here. This guy's now pointing this way. I'm gonna kind of just overshoot it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So the angle was a little bit off. I'll just kind of... Oh, it's on the other side of the river now again. So kind of wants us to go there. Just a little off, but that's fine. See, 6'6". Doing pretty good so far. Oh, this is actually another funny thing that happens. So I just did one there, one here, and now literally, just one right here. Well, who am I to complain? Oh, it was a 3, it wasn't a 6. Also, you can only have 4 dig sites on a map at once. So, as I was coming up here, I did a dig site there, did a dig site there, dig site there. There was only this guy up here as well, left for the north. But now he's gotten a buddy. See, the troll one that I was sort of pointing at earlier. And the night elf one. Anyways, I'm going to fast forward here and then kind of get you to those other sites. Alright, and we're back. Now I'm at the night elf ruins here, which is actually technically high elf. I actually never noticed this, and I don't know when they changed it, but these guys actually used to be high elves in Classic, I remember. I never came up here, but so that was a green, but I'm willing to wager it's about this distance. It's close to it. Oh, almost. The guy pointed way over there. This guy's pointing here. Probably like right here. No, right behind me. Another actually important thing to sort of know about archaeology is it's not really a replacement to leveling. They're usually sleeping, these guys, but I guess they're sleeping forever. You get experience actually while doing most of the professions in Cataclysm, actually all of them. And even though archaeology is far in between each other, you actually get a sizable amount of XP per dig. You may have been noticing. See, there's a normal guy sleeping. Let's wake him up. And back to sleep. It's not a very, like, if you want to actually level, like, you level your character, archaeology is definitely probably one of the slowest ways you can do it.